We from that cassette era, you know what I'm saying? That purple tape era, that Nas Illmatic era, that Dr. Dre, Chronic, Snoop Dogg era, you know what I mean? We bouncing all over the place with this right here. We taking it from the south, from the west to the east, to the north, Midwest. We taking this globally, man. Like, you gotta see that. Like, we going all over the place with this, man. Europe, shout out to Africa. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Zealand, Australia. Yo, we going everywhere with this. This is that real. You looking for that real hip hop? You need that real hip hop in your life? You need the International Reem Supreme Show.
Well, right about now, guess who's in the building? Team International. My man SCOOB, Remo. Shout out to our brother who's not with us tonight. Let's have a good time.
You know what? I gotta admit, it just dawned on me that our podcast is so dope. We don't have not one intro. We got two intros, right? So you sit through that long ass intro that I do by myself, and then you get that, right? So that's kind of dope. Like, that's how dope it is. It's cool. We in the building. What up, bro?
Chilling, baby, chilling. How's everybody doing?
Yo.
We got this beautiful young lady here.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yo, for people who actually listen to us versus taking the time to watch this painful podcast, thank you for rocking with us. Please continue to follow us on our website, www.reemsupremeshow.com. You rocking with me on Twitter, salute. I rocks with y'all on Twitter, man. I wanna take the time out to say that everybody that follow me on Twitter, thank you. We do follow back. I follow back. The team follows back. And I found like my tribe on Twitter. You know what I mean? I actually think that my tribe was on Facebook, but my tribe is on Twitter. So salute to all of y'all. But not to say that our Facebook crew is any less than our Twitter crew. So thank you for rocking with us on that. We're starting to see activity pick up on that. So salute to Taraja, because Taraja is doing a lot of the brunt work with our social media right now. The dark episodes. Rocking with that. SCOOB.
Yo.
I think you want to be somebody else. I don't think you're happy being who you are, and I'm gonna tell you why.
What? Wow, let me hear this, brother. Preach to me. Let me hear this.
What's up with you in this? It gotta be an app that you're using on
the Reface.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, the Reface, fam, the shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. Like, the first time I seen it, I ain't gonna lie, I seen one of my homies do it. I was like, hold on, where getting this from? So I said, let me try real quick. So I did a couple of things. I did the Hulk. You see, I did John Cena.
Yeah.
I did John Cena one. I did Hulk. I did John Cena. I did, who else I did? I did From Dusk Till Dawn. Like, yo, it's an app called Reface.
Okay.
Go download it in your app store, whatever phone you got. This shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. I got some more Reface coming out. I'm gonna say play this. Think about Narcos. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yo.
Matter of fact, bust it. I'm putting that tonight. After we do this, I'm gonna put that tonight.
Cánteme un nombre.
Narcos, Reface.
Please do, bro, because I've been keeping up with you on the gram, and I think it's totally hilarious. When I saw the Dusk Till Dawn one, that's the fall out my chair. Only because, you know, I remember when all of this was just a dream, man. I remember us being on the bus or walking through the mall or just us walking through our neighborhood, laughing and giggling about the stuff that we would do if we could, you know what I mean? And a lot of the stuff that we talk about, we do now on the show. If we could have had that app to do, not New Jack City, Juice. Like we could have.
Oh, Juice.
Reacted to.
Oh, bro, if they put it up there, I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. If it's up there, I'm going to do it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna do another one. I ain't gonna say what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a shocker. But now we gotta get to the show, cause we got this.
No, we getting there. We getting there.
I know we getting there.
We in the show right now. We're doing the show. Shout out to
you. Absolutely right, brother.
Shout out to Big Wall Decor. We're gonna do the giveaway.
Shout out.
Okay.
I'm trying to hold out for right before Christmas holiday. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make something that's really like an opportunity for you to win something really dope for yourself for the holiday or really dope for someone else. You know what I mean? And you won't have to. So shout out to Big Wall Decor. You can follow them at bigwalldecor.com. Really dope art, big art, little art, not little. Anyway,
his art is dope. I want to get at least 2 of them. I seen a couple of them I like. But y'all want to give one shout out too. I want to give a shout out to I ain't gonna lie to UFO.
UFO feed?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to UFO feed, definitely, yo. Give a big shout out to the homie and everything. So the show we did was dope. It was dope.
He got a project with Big Ghost, the project we was talking about.
I got it.
Right
there. Gotta see it. I'm sorry.
Wait, what do you mean you got it?
I got it.
Wait,
got
it?
I got it.
I thought it didn't come out till Friday.
I got it.
Ooh, let me find out. Let me find out. Let me find out.
I got it.
Say no more. We're gonna talk about that after this, right? So definitely shout out to UFO Feed. One of our best guests, man. For real. Like I really appreciate the time you spent with us.
It was a damn good show. We had a lot of good shows, but that right there, was it was above the rest of them. It was a good show.
Yo, listen, man. You see my T-shirt tonight,
Mickey.
You see how you looking? That side.
He looking like whatever.
Yo, that's how I'm feeling right now, man. I got a lot of built up anxiety.
I'm gonna say you finish.
Shit's going down right now. You know, I don't normally like to date our episodes. I never say the date. But you know, I like to really talk on this one because this got to do with our presidential election, right? And what I want to say, and you know, we can talk about it or we can leave it. You know, I never knew the value of my vote till now. Straight up, I never understood. I knew it was about something, you know what I mean? The older I got, the more I started to understand, right? Okay. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've seen so many shicey things happen and shit go the other way, right? That I was just like, yo, fuck that. Like a lot of people. And I got to tell you, bro, like the shit that I've seen happening with the White House, that's been happening with and just politics altogether. And to see what they're doing now, after you know the ballots are being counted, and you know, it just goes to show, man, how all these other outlandish shit that's going on, your vote really do count, man. You know what I'm saying? It really is important, and I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. Now, at this moment, we're still waiting to find out who's who and what's what, and that's fine. I'm just glad that people turned out to fight this war. You know what I mean? And this is the way that a war should be fought. You know what I mean?
I would say that I somewhat agree because I'm just waiting. I woke up this morning and was just wondering what exact part of the movie is this. You know what I mean? What movie did they write this script in? Because that's what it feels like. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm one that just goes out and actively votes. If I should have had a discussion with my mother 2 days ago when she was like, "Sorry, you should really come out and vote." And that's a whole other conversation why I have chosen not to vote. But I see what's going on. I'm paying attention in the world, and it's just like, what part of the movie is this? So I do hope that we do get the correct president in office that can lead us at least down the right path to making the change better for everybody, not just, you know, black people, Latinos, all of America in general. You know what I mean? But we as black people are needed to be made, given our piece of the pie as well. If I may not get too political.
Well, you know, when he starts getting deep, bro, the world is changing. Right? You know what I mean? This is the old dirty kitchen right here that's representing. You know what I mean?
Everybody, old kitchen.
Out the kitchen. So yo, man, another reason why I got this look, you know, this the vibe right here. Mickey's the vibe. Other reason why I'm side-eyeing right now, man, is just because, you know, still a lot of shady shit going on, man. You know, coronavirus shit is mad real. Still seeing people rushing out to be in these crowds and everything, and you know, I'm just keeping myself together and on the low, staying in the crib, still using Instacart. Yo, fuck all that. Your school live and in person, bro. I'm sorry that I couldn't meet you in New York when I was there. You know, I was there strictly off business. Get my mother here safe. It happened. So thank God my mom is safe. Ashley's here safe, school.
They all safe.
That's what matters, you know what I mean?
All safe. But nah, we came up here, bro. I mean, trust me, I already know the bet. I was like, yo, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, boom, 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 that's it. Cause you for business, that was it. So that's all good. We gonna link, trust me. We gonna link.
Yeah, no. Oh, of course. When you start buying sneakers and start buying airline tickets, we are definitely going to connect, bro. You okay? We need a real photo shoot.
We gonna have an ill one. What? If you gonna have an ill one, just make sure I come. I want one of them damn bracelets.
Listen, that's nothing. You just get here.
Okay.
Ain't you and James Green gonna work on the album together anyway down here?
Yeah, we are. And you know what? We need you on the cover. It's gonna be called Old Man Grady. Put you on cover.
Is that right?
So yeah, man. So listen, I'm excited about our guests. I don't know if I'm as excited as Big School because he's trying to bring her in, but I'm excited about our guests. I think it's cool. I think real friendships is cool. You know, and I value a friendship that doesn't have anything to gain. You know, especially when it's somebody of the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? Me and her have been real cool since I crashed her pod just to see what she looked like, because I had heard her voice and I was like, yo. You know what I mean? But not real talk, like we've been pretty much connected at the hip ever since then. And you know, the other reason why I appreciate my Twitter tribe is because she's really kind of like supportive in the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I had this wild idea of starting a show, and she had this wild idea of starting a show, and you know, we've been able to call on each other and help each other out with questions and answers. And you know, I'm motivated by her grind, her level of professionalism, and she allows me to call her by her first name sometimes.
Okay.
She's known as the sexy librarian of podcasting, if you ask me. She's allowed me to be on her platform, Shall We Proceed, and Uncomfortable Truths. It was weird because I didn't get uncomfortable. It was supposed to be an uncomfortable situation. But I hope that she is as comfortable with us. I mean, that she's comfortable with us to share in this journey. This is our Tales episode. This is when we tell on each other. We say embarrassing shit about ourselves. You know what I mean? We giving it up for ourselves. Like, I ain't pulling Scoob's card. Taraja ain't pulling my card. We are just dumping these stories out for the world to know. Finally, you know what I mean? Because a lot of this shit we can laugh about, right? I like calling out people's names because the people in my stories can't beat my ass, right? So I don't give a fuck about telling you who said what, who was there. So I want to bring up Leese.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me on. I feel honored to be here with you, gentlemen.
It was just a matter of time, and you happened to unexpectedly filling the spot for Shave Shack Shy tonight. So you kind of got some big shoes to follow behind. But I think you're gonna be okay though.
All right. I'm excited though. Thank you. Hi, Scoob. Hi, Taraji. How
And
are
we're
y'all?
honored to have you here.
Hold on. All right.
We're honored to have you here.
Well, I'm happy to be
It's gonna be
here.
a good show.
I'm excited.
It's
This
gonna
is,
be
you know, I may not be the usual guest, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, no, it's all right. You on our show now.
huh?
Yeah, that's on your show last time.
That is
we left
true.
now.
That is
Now we need
true.
to take over and ask the questions and.
But now, you know, I'm in the hot seat, I
Yeah.
guess.
You know, you gotta
It's a
get
little
ready.
different. It's a little
Yes,
different.
you are. Yes, you
I'll
are.
be light with you. We're not gonna take it light on you.
Well, the first thing I want to get out the way
Okay, I'm listening.
is you felt like these guys weren't. I don't know. I don't know if you felt like they were soft, they weren't spicy.
Yeah,
but
what you want?
you know, after we
Wait a
spoke,
minute.
after we did the show, we spoke. We was like, yo,
That's what I want to know.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
What was he like?
Yeah,
Whipped
you
cream
out
and
there
stuff?
not
Wait.
international enough.
First of all, don't come on here causing problems in this household. Don't
in this household.
Don't do that.
Okay, calm down.
I complained on one person,
Oh,
Shy,
oh,
looking all sleepy in the background. But I was just messing.
okay.
Everyone else was very. I was like, "Well, he's sleeping. He all right?" You know,
No,
don't do that.
It's funny because I watched the show and I saw a few times where he looked like he was dozing off.
Yep.
And you know, he had explained that he had been, you know, it was a long day for him.
And I understand. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just very rare that I don't have some full attention. I'm like, what the hell's going on over here?
Okay, all right.
Well, you know,
Crush my ego a little bit.
Oh, no, not at all.
But no, I understand.
So we gonna let that slide, right?
Absolutely. But you dirty for bringing it up like that. All on you wrong for that. That you made it seem like I had a problem with everybody. Oh, they was weak. I'm like, what? Where did that come from?
I'm saying like
That was like you trying to cause problems in the household.
I felt like it was more of a challenge that needed to be met, especially with this episode, right? Because what we do with Tales is we really Tales came about because as close as I am to each one of these dudes, they don't really know each other, right? And in the process of me building relationships with like, you know, with Taraja, we're here in Texas, right? Scooby's in Queens. So a lot of the things that I went through being, you know, with Taraja, or, you know, him hanging out with me, us being tight for all these years, Scooby don't know. You know, and then it's vice versa. So it was a way of us to get to know each other, a way for us to catch up, but also a way for us to really tell those embarrassing stories now that they can't face us no more, right?
Right.
So you can't give me like one of these, you know, well, I was preparing for my driver's test and I hit the curb and I freaked out. Like that's not what this is about, you know.
Oh.
This is about like getting donkey punched for the first time if you've been donkey punched before, or, you know what I'm saying, or you know, Taraja likes his women in 3D and she started riding his face and choked him or something, you know what I mean? Or,
okay.
You know, or Scooby was
Shit.
or you know, like prime
I may need to be a drink. Shit, for this episode. I may have to get the water. May not cut it. Hold on. What?
You want to go ahead?
Let me stay clear-minded before I tell too much on myself during this episode.
Crazy.
But no, it's not based on that. Again, these are the childhood stories and shit like that you wanted to get off. I just didn't have a chance to, right? And another reason for it is because right now, you know, again, I don't really like to date our pods because there's, you know, no telling when I'm gonna put it out. But you know, I kind of wanted to talk about what you may be feeling as far as the election anxiety right now at the moment. Does it phase you at all?
You know, I didn't think it was going to phase me, but it really has. Not in the way I think other people have been dealing with it. Working in the public and working where I work, I was an election site for the main day. So I dealt with the buildup of that and all the early election questions. And we hold election information like the voter guides, and people come in wanting sample ballots printed, you know, all the type of, being a library information hub. So you deal with that. And then the political talk that you don't want to have, you know, because when you work in the public, you have to kind of monitor what you talk about with amongst yourselves and and the citizens, you know what I mean? So you're trying to avoid all the political talk because you don't want to get into it because it's going to be a whole nother argument. I'm in Texas, as you know, I'm in the South. I'm in a small town. So trying to avoid that conversation has been stressful. Just the whole, I have not really been on social media in the past 2 days like that. And I've deliberately not watched the news since everything because I don't want to deal with it. It's stressful. I had a headache all day yesterday. It sat like on the back of my head, the pressure of it, because it's like you have people talking about this or that and what's going to happen. And my anxiety is what's going to happen no matter what. Whoever's going to be in office, the backlash, the melee that's going to happen after that, because it's already rumbling. So I'm not really worried about who's in office right now. I'm worried about the fool that's going to react on both sides after the fact is my worry.
So you think the boarded up stores and everything is necessary?
I don't think it's necessary, but you know, intimidation, people love to use intimidation to drum up chaos, and the media is going to feed off of it. But right now you're seeing the backlash of feeding onto that chaos. Now you're having people scared, and now you're having lies in the media that you can't get away from. You know what I mean? So, you know, you have people at the pools with guns outside and people doing this and that, waiting. Well, we want to make sure things are done right. And, you know, the accusations of people throwing ballots away. Well, you're going to have more mail-in ballots because everyone's homesick or they don't want to get out in public. So you're going to have that type of thing right now. So, you know, you have that tension. And being in the South and being a red state of Texas, even though Harris County was pretty much all blue, whatever you feel, I just don't want to deal with I work in the public in a public building for the local government. I don't want to have to deal with the nonsense that may be coming. And as a Black person walking around in this nonsense, that's the type of stress that I'm carrying. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about it. I tell my friends, don't call me with that foolishness. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to talk about
Foolishness.
the foolishness.
Get the word up.
It's just, I ain't got time for it. It's just,
That's why I don't.
people acting real crazy right now with this election.
I pay no attention.
I can't do it. And what's messed up is I did a show that almost got my whole entire social media shut down. I had to send in, oh yeah, I didn't tell you?
No.
So my premiere show was titled The Black Vote.
Okay.
It was no agenda. I put it out the first day of early voting in Texas. And I had a panel of people just discussing, you know, early voting importance, helping people get to the polls if they can, just how this election is going to be. Nothing, no one was like, it was no hate speech. It wasn't about who you should vote for, who you shouldn't vote for. It's like, you know, early voting has started. It's an interesting time of year right now. What's going on with Corona, all that, right? I put that video up. When I put up shows on, let's say, Facebook videos, they usually get about 1,000 to 3,000 views. Okay? This show has 86. It would not let me promote the show. And then they said I am doing hate speech. So then they made me have to verify my identity on my podcast page. I sent them my ID. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. I had to get a letter notarized stating who I was. So that means I couldn't, and so that meant they were suppressing my posts. Absolutely. All my posts were getting suppressed. Yeah.
Yo, again, that's
vile.
I am definitely, again, understanding the value of my vote, of our vote.
Absolutely.
It's not just fine, it's against you.
And the biggest thing is this, people who do not vote, right? It ails my soul completely. You can breathe heavy all you want to. Fix your face.
Heard that.
Fix your face. Fix it. Fix your face. I heard you. This is the thing. This is the thing about politics and elections. Mm-hmm. If you don't know anything, the most important thing, in my opinion, who controls the House. So that's your senators. They're on the ballot as well. There were so many senators that need to be voted on. So if the Republicans rule the House, you can have a Democratic president. They will shut everything he wanted to do down. Look at Obama. Everything got shut down. So depending on who runs the House, who's going to let things pass. So if you don't want to vote for a president, think about what's going on Senate. Then after Senate, your state reps, then your council people. Because at the end of the day, if you want your road fixed, your president not get your road fixed. It's your council person or whoever's that lower level person who's all on the ballot. Judges, senators, all of that. I'm looking dead at you.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Did you yawn?
No, I didn't.
Did he yawn?
He know better. Oh, he know better not to yawn. He try to hide his face. But what I'm saying is, the stressful thing about it is, people, I don't want to vote. So, okay, you're not only voting for a president. You can skip that whole entire box if you want to. But if you care about, so to me right now, if you did not cast a vote, whatever you look like, you have no right to complain about anything. You can't complain. You cannot demand shit. You can't complain about anything because you didn't cast a vote. I voted, so if something happened, I'm gonna kick and scream. I want to get my damn road fixed, right. And my council person, I'm like, I casted a vote. I exercise my right. When you don't, you're taking away from yourself, and it's so much more on that ballot than what. So that's my frustration with the whole thing, is the ignorance I've been hearing on both sides. Everyone, they don't want to do this or that. It's like there's so much more to vote on. So when you're driving around the road and there's a pothole and mess your truck up, don't be mad about it, because who you gonna complain to? You didn't vote.
You think the country is ready for a woman president?
Absolutely not.
Okay, that was short-lived. All right, cool.
You want to know why? I mean, do you want me to tell you why they're not ready for a woman president?
I thought you was going to go in with that. So,
I mean,
see, here's the thing. This is where this question stems from. I gotta admit, I'm tired of having old white men to decide who I want to vote for.
Yeah, you may be. You may be tired of old white men, but let me say this to you. Let me say this. You want me to go in? Let me say this. As much as you may be tired of old white men on the whole do not want a woman running a damn thing. You have more black men right now voting Republican to keep a certain thing happening in office.
Stop eating them. Because you want to fucking talk, bro. Like, come on, man. Put it back.
Good?
Is it my turn, or are you still going? My bad.
I mean, I don't know. You want to go?
I do not deny what you're saying. What's his name? Was his name Pete Buttigieg? Was that his name?
I think so.
He was one of the candidates, and he wasn't old. You know, Barack wasn't old. Barack's the youngest president we ever had. And what I feel is, you know, we don't need to have an 80-year-old person running the country, 70-year-old person running the country. Hillary won the popular vote by what, the votes. But I had a conversation with my grandfather, and he said exactly what he said. Like, man, it's okay, man, you see no woman president, ain't never gonna happen. But in the sense of Hillary and Trump, it was like, dude, what choice do we have, right? You know, you kind of think about it. Do we take the reality star, or do we actually know someone, you know, that knows the job? Yeah. So, but
the excuse they used to not vote for her was the whole military part of it, and her kind of sketchy events and things happening. But at the end of the day, they did not want a woman in that position. Because you have someone right now who has no prior military experience, no prior political experience. I don't even think he finished school. I'm not trying to be funny. Oh, really? And so that's who you have. And it's like, you want someone to run the country like a business, that's not going to work. So, because you have to have some kind of charisma, some type of likability of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you know, and he walked in there, firing people left and right? Yeah. That's not how that works. And I think they realized that, like, oh, we made a mistake. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, absolutely.
It took him 4 years.
Huh?
It took him 4 years.
But that's good and bad with all presidents. I mean, Barack has his dings as well, you know what I mean? And whatever it is, just, you know, he's not stable. He's just not stable. He makes crazy comments. He says ignorant stuff. He's just not stable.
You know what? I'm not looking for perfection. What I found by going through this experience is a lot of what I don't want. You know, people don't think that they want to be lied to. People think they want all of the truth. I don't want all of the truth, right? I don't want all of the truth that the president has access to, and it fuck up my day. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to be lied to a little bit. Make it believable. You know what I mean? Make me say, you know what I mean, every once in a blue. But more importantly, you know, I've had the blessings and abilities and pleasures of traveling outside of the country, and it's embarrassing when people are looking at you like, you like Trump? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it is not out of disrespect. They really want to know, but they're confused just to ask you because they're waiting for you to say no. But if there's a chance you say yeah, they're like already in their what the fuck stance, like,
like, yo, what's on your mind?
Word. Like, you know, that shit happened to me in Paris. They was like, they can barely speak English. They still wanted to know if a brother like me, you know, like Trump. And I'm like, nah. You know, I'm watching Colbert on YouTube. You know, me and Linda call it funny news. Like, we're watching it while we out there, and, you know, I can't sleep anyway because of the time for this shit. I'm laughing because I'm there and it's happening, you know, over here, and I'm like, ha, for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I gotta do back there to sound day. So, you know, I'm glad to be able to pick your brain. Yo, let me throw this one out, right? We're changing the whole show tonight. I want to talk a little bit about protecting Black women.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. Allegedly, she got shot in the foot. I don't want to talk about her story. The reason why I'm bringing her up is because recently she was on Saturday Night Live. She did a fantastic show as a performer, and she had a lot of messages flashing across the screen, and one of them was protecting Black women. You know, I had a conversation with Melinda, and it's all about protecting Black women, no matter how light-skinned she is, how light she becomes during the winter, because she doesn't have the tan to help her blackness. So she's even extra light-skinned during the wintertime, which I think increases her black powerness. Because then she got to like fight for more black. You know what I mean? So she's on it protecting black women, and I say to her, right, I'm like, yo, what do I do? And she's like, I don't know, because I'm overly aggressive, right? So I'm like, yo, what do I do? Who I gotta smack the shit out of? You want me to fuck around and run this lady down with the shopping cart? Who I gotta fuck up? What you want me to do? And she's like, I don't know, but protect black women. You know what I mean? So I want to know, from your standpoint, whether you're single, whether you're in a marriage, you're a son, you're a brother, you're somebody's big cousin, someone's big homie. What do we do?
I think the biggest thing when I say protecting black women, it's not only the whole physical protection. It's protection of what you hear, how you speak, what you allow people to say in front of you about black women. It's not only about the physical fight. At the end of the day, that rarely needs to happen, right? You don't have to physically protect us in the sense, but protection of when you hear foolishness being spoken, speak up. The same way as if we're friends, I'm not going to be around someone speaking ill of you and let it keep going by saying, hey, what's going on? I'm protecting our friendship because I'm not going to be in that room in real, having real liberty right now talking about black women. This real loosey, disrespectful shit. From the moment of, it's our fault that the downfall of the black community. I've heard someone say that to me in my face, to the point of you have to earn respect, and that black women aren't good. We're too much, we're too this or too that, and this one's better than you. I've heard it. Either she's Asian, she's better, she's Hispanic, she's better, because they know how to submit and take care of. And I'm like, you acting like we haven't sit there and fought wars with you and gunned people down with you and been there. So it's like, how dare you as a black man? Everybody else speak ill about me, I don't give a damn. But when you look like me, you're my brother, my cousin, my man, and you don't let somebody speak ill of me? And it's not about if you know the woman, it's all about correcting the narrative when you protect us. The same way the narrative of black men just came from images and words, the fear that's been built by images and words, we have to protect that. That's not true. So we show better images. We show what's the reality. We show you being great fathers. We show you being entrepreneurs. But when you speak ill of us, you're gonna make us speak ill of you. It's just that whole tit for tat foolishness, unfortunately. But it's not about the physical protection, because we don't want you to losing your life, because at the end of the day, there are the fools out here who are not living right, and you will lose your life behind some foolishness. It's been in the news recently. We've seen it happen. But if you're in a room and someone's saying something ignorant about a black woman, correct them. If you don't, you must agree.
Okay. I hear you. I read that.
If you don't feel that way, then speak up. Like, I don't agree with that. Like what you like, love who you love, but don't blame that on the reason why you don't date or you don't want a black woman. Just own who you love. Hell, I'm international with it. I'm telling you, love who you want to love, be who you want to be with, but don't blame that's the reason why I'm not with. Man, stop.
So
showed you Karen's put y'all in jail.
Your explanation about it or for it kind of goes beyond. It kind of goes beyond color. Like, I can see you giving that same advice to a white dude that's dating a black woman.
It should be that way, because you're dating a black woman. The same thing I would tell a woman who's dating a black man. Do you understand the responsibility you've taken on? The same way I would tell somebody dating my nephew. Do you understand the responsibility you've taken on to be with my nephew or to be with my niece, to be part of this family? It's a responsibility. Because the difference of this is when you have dated interracially As a white man with a black woman, you know what she gonna hear? Oh, now you the bed wench. So now you giving it up freely now, huh? As if we had a choice back in the day. Like, are you serious right now? And so now when black men date white women, they were the prize for the longest. I'm from the South. I'm 40 something years old. There was a point in time, you was an athlete and you were black, then the white girl, you had a prize. The white girl, Hispanic girl, oh, you winning. Or if she light skinned with light hair and light eyes, you winning. That's what it was back in the day. We all know that. You know what I mean? So you have the responsibility of, if you're dating a black man, you're gonna get some heat, absolutely, from black women and black men, of course. But also know you can't just go jumping off the ledge with some foolishness when you're mad about something, because him protecting you, it may look like, oh, we need to take him down because you're in danger. You know, a white guy with a black girl, he gonna get some heat. He gonna get somebody gonna test him, absolutely. But still be brave enough to protect the person that you're with not letting anybody speak ill of them and being aware of what's going on.
Wow, bravo.
I really got I was
Stop.
Nah.
Preach.
I'm gonna sit Melinda
Preach.
down.
No, but nah, that was deep.
Sir?
That was deep. That was deep. That was deep
Huh?
right there.
What'd you say?
Who?
You, Reem, what'd you say?
Oh, I
You.
said, I'm gonna sit Melinda down for this portion of the show. I'm gonna tell
Oh.
you for good reason. This is what you say from now on. When someone asks you that. This is good to say. Cause she, you know, like, I think she has an idea. She just kind of got stuck in how to explain it the same, you know, on that level. That was good.
No, but let me say this real quick. I'm sorry. We as women need to set the insecurity aside, though, and not be so upset if our man is protecting another woman. What I mean by that is, if he's hearing something ill or something's going on, you can't always tell him why you want to help what's going on. If you're protecting black women, it can't only be your woman. It has to be overall, because you have daughters, you have sisters, you have this or that. It has to be overall behavior. It can't only be you. And you can't always think because he's helping or he's saying something that it's something else going on. You know, we have to get rid of the insecurity as women and men about when we stand up for each other. It's not that he wants her. He's just speaking up for, like, that's not right. That's not cool. You know, man to man, that's not cool what you're doing. Woman to woman, why you acting a fool? That's not what you're supposed to be doing. That's it.
Okay, that's what's up. And I can see how that can definitely spill into the hip hop community in that sense. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to give her a shout out. I definitely want to give a shout out to Shade Noir. I definitely want to give a shout out to Rhapsody. You know, whenever I tend to think about these things, they tend to come up in my head based off the songs and content that they express. As a matter of fact, I know everybody out there is talking about the new Busta Rhymes album. I'm still working on it. SCOOB, you want to give us not a review, but just give us an idea of how you feel?
I'll put you like this.
Would you say, let me ask you this.
Bro, you see I can't say nothing right now, but if you ain't got the Busta Rhymes CD, then you don't know Busta Rhymes. I'm trying to tell you, the joint is bad.
It brings that 90s hip hop feel to it.
And you see, I said CD. It brought back to now. I said the CD. I said, you give us Rhymes CD.
It brings that hip hop.
But real talk, yo, if you don't download that Busta Rhymes, you don't know what you missing. You don't know what you
Busta Rhymes is on his thing. He got his joints with I'm gonna say his joints with I like Oh No, the Paracon joint. You know.
Remember, this wasn't a review.
I know, we gonna stop.
That's why I stopped. That's why I left it alone. I
E, I know you're a fan of hip hop. what have you been interested in that's come out in 2020?
Nothing, but I do want to get to do Buster though, because I love Buster. He's sexy.
Nothing. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, I already told you last. Don't make that face, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
You said nothing.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. See how you're not protecting me right now? You give me disappointed looks and stuff. That ain't right. Don't do that. No, I mean, I'm really not. I told you. I'm sorry. I will hang my head in shame. I don't, you know what's so hard for me though? Honestly, this year is so jumbled. Like from November of last year to now, it's like a blur, honestly. Like I can't even remember when certain things dropped and when it didn't. Like it's a blur to me, honestly. It's only now that's like, okay, things are happening.
Now.
That look of disappointment is killing me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. Well, Okay. So moving right along here.
Oh, that's so messed up. Okay.
No. That's absolutely fine. The last time we got together on your platform, and I had a chance to speak to the guys to get their opinion of the show. I wanted to make sure that they watched it. I found a very funny part that I'm going to edit into this show because of SCOOB. Now, there was a portion of the show in the beginning when you're introducing us all, and you're like, hey, this is my guy, Shon. Next one you introduce, and the next one you introduce, and then I think you call out SCOOB. I think you said then Scooby. And the way that he turns to face the camera.
It was yeah.
It was like that?
Yeah, it was.
Yo.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm good. Nice to meet you. And last but not least.
Absolutely not. We got Big SCOOB in the building.
Nice.
First time.
Very classic moment. I can't wait to make fun of it. I already got it set up in my head.
He was ready. He was ready for his intro.
I definitely was.
The thing.
Did y'all enjoy the show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The thing that makes it so dope is that, you guys don't have podcasting and interviewing experience. I mean, Taraja's only had 3 job interviews in the 40 plus years that he's been alive. So
He looking at you.
he has no idea how this whole thing works.
Yeah.
Right? So, this was the first time, like, it was the second time we was ever featured as a crew on your show. But it was like, this is their first time being featured on anything being on your show.
Oh, wow. Look at y'all growing up. Look at them babies. Look at y'all.
We crawling.
Look at that.
We crawling.
I'm honored to have y'all on. Absolutely. I mean, it's not, Reem, it's not really easy. It's just you have to keep doing it more and more to get comfortable. And if you're comfortable, your guests are going to be comfortable. You know what I mean? That's all.
Well, I don't know how comfortable they are on. I don't even know how comfortable they're in their own skin right now with having you on our platform.
Why?
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna start with SCOOB. I wanted to know how comfortable are you in this setting right now? Like, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Trust me. I mean, like, when I first started, and I told you, when I first started, I was nervous. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be recording, people watching me. And say, oh man, so I felt a little out of place. And then I was watching myself speak, and I wasn't clear. Saying I was mumbling. So I was all part of my friends for everything. But then as I started doing them more, as I started coming to work more, as I should, as we say.
Ah.
I thought getting a little bit better and everything because I went from like talking about one thing to the last show we did asking questions. I never asked questions. And then I started asking questions. I was like, okay, I'm starting getting a little comfortable doing this. And then now I speak a lot more clearly and stuff. So I'm getting good. I'm getting good. I'm getting good.
I have the same issue, Scoob, though, because my family's from the Caribbean, right? And so we get going and we get going. And so I have to make myself slow down. I have to stop. Even now, I have to make a conscious effort to slow down because I'll start talking and I think I sound really clear and I listen back. I'm like, I didn't know what the hell I just said. So I understand that. It's that kind of, you don't want to get stumbled up. And because in regular conversation, it doesn't matter. But when you're recording, you have to be very clear because this microphone picks everything up. And I hate my voice. I hate the way I sound, even to this day.
Well, I mean, can I say one thing on that? Like, when I first heard your voice and being on your show, it was amazing to me. I was like, ooh. And then after that, then from the voice to looking at you, and
You blush, stop it.
it was like just yeah.
Thank you, sweet.
I'm sorry, my fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you, that's sweet. Thank you.
But let's get some tales real quick. Some tales going on. Tales going on.
I
got some tip club tales to talk about. Let's go tales.
I was gonna share one with about me and Shy, but Shy's not here to add on. Taraja, you want to set it off? You had a situation that you really. Yo, first off, if he goes into what I think he's going into, he called me. He's gonna talk about either the foot or the bus, one of the two.
You go to the bus.
We ain't gonna talk about
Well,
the
I
foot.
gotta keep that because people watching me. Yeah, keep the family stuff cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's family stuff going on. But this one here, particularly, I was going out of town at an undisclosed location. You know what I mean? And I happened to end up at a bus station. And I'm outside, I go smoke my cigarette or whatever. I'm standing on one side of the bus station. So I'm smoking my cigarette. So a guy comes across the street and automatically sits not too far from me, right on the ground. The cops come over. You know, I'm saying, first of all, I'm standing next to these two ladies who don't know each other from Adam, but meet at the bus stop and just start conversating about one lady left her husband in Chicago to move to Houston, but then the guy that left her, so she tried to catch the bus back to Chicago. She then gave up a 5-bedroom house. Oh, I done got the whole story. She then gave up a 5-bedroom house to move to a 2-bedroom apartment. You done got kicked out the 2-bedroom apartment. Can't get back to the 5-bedroom house. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So anyway, and I don't mean to make fun of this man at all. I hope he's doing what he's doing now and he's blessed or whatever. But so I'm outside, I'm smoking a cigarette or whatever. He comes and lays down on the ground. He's obviously a homeless man. So the cops come over to him. So we need you to get up. Why do you need to get up? Well, because they can see. They say they can see the backside. They can see the backside. You down here with the backside out. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? He has like a blanket on. They can't see nothing. What are you talking about? Sorry, they said they see the backside. If you don't move, we're gonna have to arrest you and move this up out of here. He looks around for like 5 minutes. And fuck up out of here. So I'm sitting. By this time I'm over here. I went back into the bus station, grabbed some food, came back out. Hey brother, all you gotta do is act like you're eating something. They gonna let you make it. His whole back of his shirt is cut open like it's been ripped. So it's ripped all the way down to the bottom of his pants. So he's trying to keep his pants up. But hey brother, all you gotta do is act like you're eating. They gonna let you stay here, brother. I just looked at him, I'm thinking in my head, man, I don't even know you. Keep moving, bro. Yeah. So also that was my little story, my bus trip to the undisclosed location. I will have some more, but that was just
Undisclosed location.
That was just a fraction. They goes on in the life of Taraja Green.
All
Undisclosed
recent.
location.
You know,
All 2020.
yeah, all recent activity, all recent.
Damn.
You know, people unique.
Well, shoot. Well, my tale starts off. It's at a strip club called Wiggles. It ain't there no more. It's closed down. And my cousin, my cousin Big Flesh, he took me there. And so we going there, right? Whatever. So we sitting there chilling, good time. Know what I'm saying? Me and strippers know me. I'm nasty, lap dance, everything, having to be whatever. So basically, my cousin said like, "Yo, they be putting guys on stage." I put on stage for what? They say, "Yo, female be performing acts on them." I'm like, "That's what's up, whatever." And then so I'm saying, so I'm here coming to the stage, Scooby. I said, "What?" I'm like, yo. I said, "Bro, you think?" He said, "Yo, you going on stage?" So I'm like, "Fuck." So I go up on stage, right? I'm nervous as shit. So I go to the curtains, right? And I walked through, and it was funny. These two chicks was like, "Come in." I'm like, "Oh man." So they came. So I had to go. So know that, right? So they laid me down the stage, whatever. So one stand over me, the one laying on course, and the other one come over. She start looking at shit. So they doing that. But the top of the thing is that when they finished doing that, she said, "Get on your foot, get on all fours and tuck my belt off and start riding me like a fucking horse, bro."
What?
And then the other one did the same thing, and she was smacking me in my ass. And I'm like, "Oh shit, what?" And so basically that was it. So after all that shit got done, I went and got up, got a hug, and went and got me matter of fact, I went and got a drink and got high and called it a night. But bro, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Oh.
So they were riding you like a horse?
Yeah, they got my back
your
and the horse. They slapped my ass. Damn. Felt kind of good. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, you enjoyed yourself. Okay.
Scooby, what are you, 6? Scooby, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2". So just imagine.
That's what I thought.
Just imagine.
That's what I thought.
So basically when that happened, I'm like, damn. It was an experience that I'll never forget. I'll never forget that experience.
I had some fun times in strip clubs with my friends, man. It got to a point where I try to make logical sense out of shit, especially when it comes to spending money. And, the cloth that I'm cut from is not to trick on hoes, right? It's still tricking if you got it in my book. I don't give a fuck how much you got. Outside of your wife is tricking. Just my opinion. Right, so I don't believe in buying women's drinks in the club. There was a time, I was younger. So, there was a time I didn't believe in buying women's drinks. I surely wasn't going to buy your way into the club. Wasn't doing that. And the strip club used to be an experience, right? But at this time in my life, the club was an experience too. I didn't really get into the club. To the club life or the stripper or not stripper life, but the strip club culture in the city of Houston until I moved to the city of Houston, right? Hell, I think I even had Scooby down here in the strip club once.
Yeah,
right?
You had me in Onyx.
Yo, wait a minute. So you remember the time that we had at Onyx, right? Okay.
You can't even speak, huh?
It's emotional.
Yeah. It's emotional?
It's emotional. It was an emotional moment. I mean, I seen things that, like, when I seen somebody slide from a 10-foot pole and just go skate and stop, I'm like,
see, E,
you see his face?
Yo, E, you gotta understand, this is early 2000s, right? This is still at the time where the girls in the South was getting naked and the girls in New York wasn't.
Yeah, I've been to Onyx.
No. I'm talking about time framing though.
Oh yeah, okay.
This is before everybody was getting Brazilian butt lips. Like you still had to have a body.
All natural. Yeah,
this is all natural joint. This is when bring your own bottle joints was just getting ready to pop off, right? So the whole culture from New York to Houston was different. And I would call SCOOB at this point like, yo, I'm telling you, bro, it's like a rap video, like it's my video,
I'm like,
son.
word? You told me that. I'm like, word? And make it even more worse, we went there during All-Star Week. So that even made it more even worse. I mean, in a good way. Worse in a good way. And everything. And I'll never forget, this was one stripper I seen. She was Asian, and I don't know how much stuff she ate when she was younger, but boy, it was in the places that I was like, God, oh my Jesus. Cause it was everywhere, man. I'm looking like, no. So Onyx has a special place in my heart. It definitely does. Like, you in my heart, Onyx. Hold on.
So
I mean, do you need a moment? Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Emotional. So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm glad we're there. I'm so glad we're there, because imagine taking that energy, that same energy, and being like, yo, because at this time I hadn't been to Atlanta. Okay? So I'm thinking like, I have found the Disney World of strip clubs in Houston. The girls are knockout gorgeous. And again, I'm not the type of trick, right? So you gotta earn it. You gotta really dance. Like SCOOB said, you gotta really do something on that pole. If I run out of money, I'm that dude that's gonna scream at all my friends to give you more money. I screamed to that Scooby. I was like, give her some more money.
Yeah, you sure did. And I had to.
Fast forward, right? This got to be 8 years later, right? Fast forward, it's Belinda's friend's birthday. She comes up from Florida, from Destin, I think. And we're like, yo, yeah, we're gonna go to Onyx, we're gonna go have a good time, boom. So now this is the first time that I've been to a strip club with someone I consider to be my lady. You know what I mean? I've never gone with a group of girls before. It's always been me and my guys, right? So we go to Onyx, and I'm thinking like, wow, this is crazy. You know what I mean? We're going to Onyx, we're going to the Disney World of strip clubs, and I like hoes. Right, I'm gonna keep it thorough. I really do like hoes. I respect hoes. I think hoes are great. Hoes are hustlers. Hoes are honest. Yes. Hoes just want to hug. I can't stand bitches. I hate bitches. You see, I changed the whole hand to talk about these bitches. I don't even figure out the whole hand. Y'all don't get 4 fingers. You get 1 thing. I'm pointing at you, bitch. I don't like you. I don't like nothing about you. Nobody likes you. Your coworkers only fuck with you because you live on the other side of the fucking cubicle, ho.
And you're nosy. And you're damn nosy. You're nosy. You're fucking nosy.
Wow. Y'all all right?
Damn it, nosy. And we ain't say women. We said the bitches.
We talk about bitches. We talk
about
hoes.
Hoes get love. Hoes get love. Hoes get love.
So, now that you know this uncovered fact about us,
I see.
I walk up in the club and I'm looking around and I ain't seeing nobody with these qualifications. I'm already upset, like, yo, hold up, who the manager in this motherfucker? Who hired these hoes?
Those was the ringers. They brought the ringers out.
Yo, I was upset. I fucked up Disney World.
Oh shit.
So we get a table or whatever, right? Get a table, her homegirls, we kind of like in this little circle. Now SCOOB know how I do. I'll take a whole stack of, whole stack. I ain't stingy with it. I got a stack on the table. Very thin, thick woman happens to walk over. She sees it's eye candy. That's why I put it to you. So she walks over, she's eyeing the stack, she's eyeing my girl, she's eyeing the stack, she's eyeing my girl. She comes over, and I'm like, yeah, you ain't flying shit. Get for it. Let's go. See what this is about. So she starts dancing, like the song ends, right? She came like during the ending of one song, right? So I ain't judging her yet. The song starts. She starts doing her little dance or whatever. I noticed she ain't get the bass line drop, she ain't do nothing, you know what I mean? The hook came in, this bitch ain't doing nothing. So out of encouragement, I was like, yo, ho, what you gonna do for this money? So she kind of dropped it low, came back. I was like, yo, look, baby, I can do this shit at home for her. What you gonna do for this change? And she got up out of her position, looked at me, and walked away like she walked off the job.
Well, she felt it.
No, she got fired. You can't leave the job. That's for abandonment.
You let her know. I mean, shit, she wasn't doing what she had to do.
She abandoned her position.
Word. She walked off the job. I'm telling you, Scoob, she walked off the job. So listen, Melinda starts getting mad at me, yelling at me, talking about how I'm disrespectful, yada, 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 right? Made me feel some kind of way because I'm trying to encourage her to work harder. Can't smoke in the clubs out here, right? Can't smoke cigars. Not cigars. Cigars and cigarettes in the club. Can't smoke. Gotta go in the back. I go in the back, not to smoke, but to take a phone call. Who I run into? The hoe who wouldn't work hard. You know what that motherfucker had the nerve to say to me?
What?
Yeah, it's you. Oh my bitch. What do you mean? You is me. It was you. She was like, you hurt my feelings.
Aww.
You don't got feelings in this job. This job is feelingless.
Yo, I apologized to her. I did.
Did you mean it?
No.
But it felt good. It sounded good.
No, it didn't even feel good.
It sounded good. It sounded good.
It sounded good. I laid it on thick. It sounded good. I didn't want her to have to go fill out, I didn't want her to quit her career. You know what I mean? I didn't
You know what? She's probably a superstar stripper right now because of you. Because of you. Now, I'm going to piggyback off that story. I'm going to tell you a time, I forgot what year, a couple years ago, that my man took me to his brother's bachelor party.
Wait. We got less than a minute left. I actually did good with timing this. Let's tap out, tap back in. You got it from me.
All right. Oh, what the hell?
That was dope. That was dope as fuck.